I'm catching the ferry, but I've also got chips, so I'll do my best to record something, but I might be too busy eating. Ferry videos. Just a bit, because I was eating my chips. Yeah, and sorry the footage is so shit. I was on the Lady Heron, which I'm pretty sure is one of the older ones they want to get rid of, and it doesn't have the nice big windows of the ones that I usually get on. This is one of those ones that goes in two directions. There are bigger, nicer ones these days, but yeah. The one I usually like, it only goes in one direction, so when it comes out of Circular Quay it has to back up, and then it goes. And it's got this nice front window, so you can actually see the Harbour Bridge, and then pan across to the Opera House, and not have it look shit. But yeah, so just a quick video, because I've been working on this thing, and I need to keep sanding it and get it ready for tomorrow so I can do more in the studio. It's just, I'm really busy at the moment and I have things to talk about, but yeah, I don't have time for it today. Yeah, the ferry's nice though. I don't usually catch it, I usually catch buses. To get from my house to uni, the uni only has buses, so you're gonna have to catch a bus at some point, and then my house only has buses, so usually I catch 2 buses. But I stayed a bit longer than I meant to in the studio today, so rather than go into the city in peak hour and try and get a peak hour bus home, because like fucking hate that and I hate traffic, I got a much emptier bus down to Circular Quay, and then a ferry, and the ferry, hardly anyone catches it, so you always get a seat, even in the middle of peak hour. Like, I was not in the middle of peak hour, I was like just before peak hour starts. So there's people on it, but not that many. But even in the middle of peak hour, you always get a seat. It's amazing, I love it. And then when you get to the end, there's always a bus waiting to take you the rest of the way, and it's empty. And only a few of us ever get on. So, yeah. Outside peak hour, the ferry is definitely slower, and you know, there's like once an hour or once a half hour, depending on, you know, time of day and where you're going. But during peak hour it's like every 15 minutes, I think. And like, that's still less frequent than a bus, but the trade-off is you get to sit down, and if you're later in the day like that, you get a nice sunset. Although the time of day now, I haven't caught the ferry in a while, so there might still be a bit of sunset, but it's sort of getting later and later in the day, so... But in the middle of winter there was a lot of sunsets. Yeah, it's just a much nicer ride home than getting the bus when there's heaps of people around and yeah, and like, I started catching the ferry home sometimes, like ferry bus, when I was playing Pokemon, because Circular Quay in Sydney was like the Pokemon hotspot. So, you know, go down there, hang around for a bit, get on a ferry, go the rest of the way home. But, you know, like, I stopped playing that a while back. Mum lost interest, so I didn't need help with it anymore, and yeah, I stopped playing. Yeah, I still go, and the cool thing is, a few years back, we had paper tickets to go on public transport, and I used to only catch the bus, so I only had a bus ticket. But when they brought in Opal, like, you just have one card for every transport. Bus, train, light rail, ferry. And so now, like, I can just use the same card to tap onto the ferry. And I think maybe last year or the year before, they did even better and made it so that if you transfer between modes of transport, you get a discount, so it doesn't cost heaps anymore. Whereas before you would have paid for the bus, the ferry and the bus separately. Now it's like mushed into one journey and you don't have to pay heaps. So yeah, that's a cool thing. Yeah, my dad's not convinced. He's like, but it still costs more. And I'm like, but like an extra 20 cents, or I don't know how much it is actually, but it's not much. An extra little bit of money for a nicer journey home. It doesn't take that much longer in peak hour, because once peak hour starts, the bus has traffic. So, yay for ferries in peak hour. Otherwise, no. I like to get home and just, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to be back in the studio again tomorrow, hopefully finish this. I was going to make 4 of them, but now I'm just making 1, because I've got 2 other bits of jewellery, and I'll show you all that later, maybe, or it'll end up on Patreon as a free post, so I'll let you know when that's up, because I'm really excited by this jewellery project. It's just, I need to keep sanding it. Where's the next sandpaper? 320, so here we go with the 320. Yeah, it's just taking forever, so I don't really have time for a proper video. Just talking vaguely about uni and ferries, and I guess I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to leave you with another quick clip of the harbour, because I need to concentrate on this, and it's really hard to talk and sand at the same time, so sorry, and bye-bye. I hope it's not too shit. We'll get back to it next week. Next week, I think I finally have some breathing space, because this is due on Monday, along with a postcard thing, which is why I have to finish it tomorrow so I can get the postcard designed and printed. But this is due on Monday, and then my Wednesday class, we're starting a new thing. My Thursday class, that's all going along nicely, and there's no presentations or anything. And my Friday class, we just do in-class work, so next week I can relax. And next week, I'm thinking of doing a video about Mars. Going to Mars and shit, but I probably need to check some of my, like, I've watched stuff about it, but I may have forgotten things. I don't know. Can I be bothered to research? Probably not. I just ramble about it. Anyway, bye for now, and have some more harbour. Shitty harbour, because, like, I don't have one of those things to keep them steady, or I don't even have a selfie stick. I'm just holding the thing and not doing a good job of it. Sorry. Bye.